Hey guys, welcome to day 3 of my 10-day video marathon. Today's video is also a guide, and usually I make guides on showing you how to make money. This guide is going to show you how to keep your money. Since free traders came out, and not that I want it gone, it's definitely the best thing that's happened to RuneScape in the last few years, but since it's come out, a lot of scams have came back up again, and a lot more new scams have started happening. And I don't know why, but a lot of people are constantly falling for the most bleedingly obvious scams. Like doubling money, stuff like that. People still fall for it, I don't know why. A lot of you guys that contact me in game usually be going on about how you were scammed or hacked, which of course then leads to you asking me for money, which I don't give. If I'm going to give somebody money, I'll do a drop party and I'll host it on my YouTube and everything. Never ask for money, you won't get anything if you ask. Anyways, this guide is going to show you a bunch of the common scams and laws. Not all of them, because there's so many. I'll be making this video an hour long, but it will show you 7 common scams and laws that happen in game, and of course once you know what the laws and scams are, you'll be able to avoid them. There'll be a part 2, maybe even a part 3 to this video, which will show some of the other laws that I won't include in this video as I discover them, of course. I'd just like to point out that the people who are apparently getting scammed in this video are acting along with it. I've told them what's happening and they're going along with the scam, so it's a fake scam. This is what it would look like in game, but we're acting it out to show you guys, and no one here is actually getting scammed because all the items are being returned afterwards. And yes, you're probably wondering, why is your strength cape not trimmed? I shot this footage like 3 months ago and I never got around to using it, but it's still good, so there's no reason why I shouldn't use it. And yeah, let's begin. Alright, the first scam is going to be the flower game scam. Sometimes this can be legit, but more often than not, it'll be a scam. Basically how it will work is, somebody will be walking around with a valuable item, maybe declaws or a Halloween mask or something, and they'll say you can bet on the color of a flower, and if you get the right color, you win their item. So say, here I'm going to bet 100k, and I'm going to guess red flowers, and if the flower comes up red, I get his claws. If not, he keeps my money. Now watch here, I'm going to say the color's red, and what they'll do is, if you get the right color, they'll just log out on you straight away. But they're not going to give you their item. They probably don't even own it. It's probably a borrowed item. Now I see here, I got it right, and bam, gone. That's how it will happen 95% of the time when you do a flower game. I would not do that at all. Highly do not recommend it. You're just wasting your time and your money. Alright, the next scam is the doubling money scam. This one is a very obvious scam and most people have worked out this is a scam now, thank God. Basically this is mostly done in F2P, but people will be walking around again, usually with a rare item on, and they'll be saying, oh yeah, doubling money, I'm rich, or you can do a 50k test or whatever. And how it works is, you give them maybe 50k, and they'll say they'll give you back 100k, so they're doubling your money. Now realistically, no one would do this for you. What's the point? They don't gain anything out of it. It's an obvious scam. Now here I'll give Barbecue Duck 100k, and I'll be waiting for him to give me back 200k. But of course, gone. Like it always what happens. Do not do this. It is always a scam 100% of the time. The next game, this is really old. This is back from 2006. This is the trust game scam. Some will be walking around looking really rich, in this case that's me, and I'm going to say, oh yeah, follow to win Dragon Claws, or they may have some other kind of item. And basically the reason would be, I'm quitting RuneScape, or I'm feeling generous. And what they'll do to lighten up the crowd, get them excited, once they've gathered a bunch of people, here I've just got 2, they'll play a bunch of different games. They may say, oh yeah, what's my favorite color, or what country do I live in, or what city is in RuneScape, or do the dancer mode, stuff like that. Just random trivial stuff to get people to trust them. I don't know why I do it, but anyway, let's do it. Let us do it. And once they've gone through all these different games, I say, alright, now the final game is going to be a trust game. So you guys give me an item, and the person who trusts me with the most valuable item will win the rare item, claws, Santa hat, gold sword, whatever. Here, this guy will give me 50k, well one of them will, and they'll say, alright, I got 50k, can anybody trust me with something more valuable? And then I'll be given a whip. And what happened then is I log out. So that's what happens every time you see the trust game. That is always a scam as well. That's never true. If they want to give it away, they'll just drop it on the floor. And watch, now he's gonna barbecue duck will give me the whip. By the way, I have to speed this up a little bit because I have to fit it all into 15 minutes. Now watch, he'll give me the whip, so he's got the more valuable item. And now I log out. That will always happen. Do not do this. Alright, next we're going to start working on the laws. This is a really obvious law. Hopefully no one falls for this anymore, but I'll put it in the video anyway, because I know some people probably still fall for it. Basically, chin chompers are a multi-attack. If you attack somebody with chin chomper and someone's standing next to them, you'll attack them too. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to give chin chompers the barbecue duck, and he's going to attack me, but I'll have attacked him first, and then he'll attack me from the auto retaliate. So I sculled on him, so he can't get sculled by attacking me, right? But the guy next to me hasn't been attacked. So when he auto retaliates on me, the chin choppers would explode onto him as well, which will skull barbecue duck. Then we both rush him and take his items. Now watch, I'm getting ready to freeze him. So I'll attack him first. Now auto retaliate, he'll attack me, but he attacked the guy next to me. So see, now he's skulled. What some smart people will do with this method is they'll bring a bunch of people and they'll use lunas to heal up the person you're luring, so you can smite him out of his claws. You keep healing him up, keep smiting him down, and eventually he'll run out of prayer if he's protected the item, and you get his stuff. Another old law, this is the wildy line law. Some people are smart now and they've evolved this, but the common method is you'll drop a pile of cash out after the wilderness line, and someone all rich will be saying how there's some money outside the wilderness. And then, in this case, barbecue duck runs out to get the money, and there'll be an ancient mage waiting outside to freeze him and declaw spec him, killing him and taking his stuff. Now this method, there's another alternative way of doing it. I can't remember it exactly, but basically how it works is there's two people, a Laura and a Russia, and the guy who's going around all rich will show the victim a huge cash stack, maybe 85 mil or something. So they see it, they know that they have that cash stack, and you can't drop half of that. If you drop coins, you drop all the coins in your inventory. What they'll do then is they'll drop their 85 mil before they cross the wildy line. They'll hop over the wildy line, and then they'll run underneath the victim, and they're gonna have noted runeful helms or something, and then they're gonna high alch one of them, so that's worth 10k, which looks the same cash stack as 1 mil or something. And then they'll run up, they'll drop it, the victim will grab it, the ancient mage will run out of hiding, freeze and claw spec them. Next is the newer law, the logout rush law. When people start PKing, they'll usually both agree to skull, so if they die, the other person gets all of their stuff except for the item they're protecting. So watch here, we're gonna agree to fight, but then I'm gonna say, oh yeah, but we have to both skull. So barbecue duck says, if you attack me and then log out, when you log back in, when I attack you, I'll get skulled as well, because it resets. Some people actually fall for this, I don't know why what they do. So watch now, I've attacked him and I'm skulled. Now I log out. I've just cut out this next bit of the footage so you guys don't see my IP and everything. Now I'll log back in, because it takes a while to load. Bam, instantly dead. He'll have switched out his void and his maul and claws or whatever. And basically he specs me before I get a chance to protect the item or anything, getting all my stuff. Next is the final scam for this video, and this is the new one. You guys haven't seen this before, I doubt. This is the house scam. Basically how it works is, someone who's looking all rich, for me I'm just going around for God's sword this time, will go up to somebody else and be like, oh hey, and they'll try to start chatting them up and stuff, just talking about random stuff, saying, oh yeah, how much money do you have, or do you have that much, I have this much. They'll act really rich. And the other person will typically say, how did you make your money? And then they'll be like, oh, to be honest, I have a glitch in my play around house. And then they'll invite you over, and basically a person will think, I got nothing to lose, to play around house, and they'll go to your house. They'll probably have a decent looking house for this method, and what they'll do first is when you drop something in a play around house, it comes up with a warning message. It will say if you drop this and the house owner expels you, you won't be able to get it back. So first, they'll usually have the butler. The butler brings some stews, because when you drink the stew, there's a leftover bowl. And in this case, I don't know why, but I didn't get one, so I just put the stew on the table for him, and once it appears, he'll drink it. And then I'm going to say, alright, drop the bowl now, and then follow me. So he drops the bowl, and confirms the are you sure you want to drop message. And once it happens once, it's not going to happen again until you log out. So he can go and drop everything he's wearing now, and that are you sure you want to drop this item, if you get expelled you won't be able to get the item back message will not come back up again. So that's the reason they'll have you drink a stew or something to get rid of that message. Next, they'll go to some room of the house, usually a combat room. In this, I'm going to be going to my combat ring, and I'm going to say I can clone items. In this case, I have 2 D-skimmies in my inventory, and I'm going to supposedly clone the D-skimmy. So watch there, he drops the stew bowls, and I'm going to go to my combat ring. So, yep, the secret is in this combat ring. I can clone D-skimmies, or I can clone whatever item I want. And now I'm supposedly do a bunch of random crap to clone the D-skimmy. I've shown him one. And here I'll go, it doesn't matter what I do, I'll make up something. I drop the dragon skimmy outside, I hop in the combat ring, I'll do in the moat or some other crap like that, it doesn't matter. Maybe I'll grab the boxing gloves for this one. It'll just be random stuff, supposedly start up the glitch. And then when I hop back out of the combat ring, there'll be 2 of whatever I dropped there, in this case 2 D-skimmies. Obviously there won't be, there'll only be 1 because you can't clone items. But I'll have the other one in my inventory. Sometimes people work this out, but sometimes they don't. I know a friend who's made a bit of money doing this, so yeah, it actually works. I don't know how, but it does. Now I'll show him the 2 D-skimmies, like, yep, I cloned them, see, so I can clone whatever I want now. And basically they'll offer the victim, they'll say, do you want to try it now? Or in this case say, let me try. The scammer will want them to have a rare item. So for this, he had claws, and then when they get in the combat ring, after dropping the claws on the floor, I kick them. Then you lock your house so they can't get back in, run back to the combat ring, and just wait for his claws to appear on the floor for you. It's really simple. People actually fall for this. Party hats and Santa hats and rares and all this other stuff have been scammed by this method, and I still don't know how people are dumb enough to fall for these kind of methods, but I don't know, they fall for what they fall for. I just want to say that again, I made this video along with showing you all these different scams and laws, not to teach you how to scam, but to show you them so to prevent you from getting scams, and so you can tell your friends. So if somebody does something a bit like this, I may not have represented it perfectly, or they may take longer to do it, but if you see the signs, say they're doing this house lore on you, and you realize, oh wait, I saw a video on Egger's YouTube where they made me drop the stew bowl and they talk about cloning items. This is a scam. So I'm teaching you guys so that you know how to avoid these scams, not use them on others. And there you go, that's the 7 scams and laws I'm showing you for this video. I'm running out of time, I can only upload videos 15 minutes long anyway. And make sure you show this to as many people as possible, try spread it around on other forums, and I don't know, send it to your friends at MSN, tell them about it on RuneScape, to get as many people to know about this video, to help increase awareness about these scams so that people fall for them. And thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow in day 4 of the marathon.